You caught me. Just taking a little nap here during our stay in shelter and maintaining social distance. Hi, I'm Dennis from the Tice Creek Fitness Center. I wanted to share with you some exercises that we can do while we're binge watching Netflix and watching our favorite programs. But before we do that, I wanted to share some basic principles and understanding that will help you during this shutdown and for the rest of your life in terms of how our body works and what muscles are involved based on the direction that we're moving our body. Very simply, as complex as the body is, I want you to view it from a simplistic standpoint. So for example, if I were to move my arms forward, I'm using muscles primarily on the front side of the body that are contracting to move the body parts forward, right? Same thing with our legs. If I lift my leg up, I'm using muscles on the front of the thigh and in our core, our hip flexors, that are contracting, that's causing this movement to occur. So it's really as simple as it's based on direction. If I move my arms backwards, or my legs down into the floor, or backward standing, I'm using muscles on the back side. So if I move my arms out to the side, then I'm using muscles on the side. If I move my leg, press my leg inward this way, I'm using muscles on the inside of the leg. So it's actually quite simple. If you think about if I go forward, I'm using forward muscles. Backwards muscles. To the outside, I'm using outside muscles. Same thing for the leg. If I move my leg out to the side, to the right, I'm using muscles on the side. If I move it inward, or I press inward, I'm using muscles on the inside. Practice this, just kind of think about it. And then, as we move forward, then I'll have more to share with you. Okay, thanks. So, we're finding ourselves more and more frequently on our lounge chair. These exercises, they're all based on contractions, and they're based on the direction of the movement that we're doing. So while we are watching our favorite programs on television, we can also be utilizing our body to kind of meet the demands for now and in the future. So for example, what I'd like you to do is, let's take our arms, for example. If you have arms on your lounger or your recliner, I want you to press your arms outward. It could be one at a time, or it could be both at a time. So during a commercial break, you press outwards. Let's do it together. Press out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Now the outward direction of the movement means that we're working the muscles on the side. The muscles change based on whether our arms are straight and we press out, or whether our elbows are bent and we're pressing out with our elbows. Different muscles get triggered based on the angle, the rotation, etc. of our limbs. But quite simply, if you press out, let's do it again. Press your arms outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. So we're using a lot of muscles, not only in our arms, but also in our back and in the front side of our chest as we go out. Okay? Now, conversely, if we go out, let's go in. Now, the in could be with your arms on the outside of the recliner. Let's press in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. When we're pressing in, we're using all these muscles that are on the inside of our arms and the muscles in our chest. This could be done with your arms on the outside of the chair. It can even be done if you didn't have arms. You can just press into your body here. Ready? Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. So here, I'm just pressing into my thighs. If you didn't have thighs, you can just go this way, crossing your arms with straight arms. Try it that way. Ready? Cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. You could do it with a pillow. You could, with squeezing a pillow, you could have a ball. You can have your hands together, squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, you can also go out. 1, interlace your fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. So you don't even need a recliner. You don't even need any equipment. You could do it at a different angle. Say you come up here and then you press in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As we start to elevate our arms upward, guess which muscles we're using as we elevate up? Our upward elevating muscles. More muscles in the front of the chest. If I'm here and then I'm pressing outwards, I'm using muscles to elevate, and then I'm using outward muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. If we go out, we can also come in. Together here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So we went out, we went in. We can do the same thing with our legs. We can go outward. If you have a arm of your chair that you can press outward into. 1, 2. This is with one leg. 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Now I'm utilizing muscles on the side. We can do them together. Both legs at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. We can squeeze our legs together. Put our feet together and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. This could be done during a commercial. This could be done during a period of irritation. Whatever you feel, you could just do it. If you go in one direction, complete the motion by doing it in the opposite direction. That way you're not eliminating or forgetting half of the body. So if you go out, then come in, then you could be done. So another thing that you can do, so if we went sideways already, now if we were to go down, so with my arms, they could be into the back of the chair. I could be sitting upwards more, this way. I can press my elbows into the back of the chair and press back together with both arms. Press back. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. The thing that's important about all of this, it's just very simple. But let me show you one more thing here. If my hand were a muscle, right? And I were to fully contract this muscle, and I hold it for a few seconds. When I open my hand, what color will my hand be? Look at your hand. Turn your hand and look at it. When I open my hand is white, and then blood rushes in. Okay, when I open my hand, initially it's white, and then blood rushes in. This is what's happening with our muscles. Every time we contract the muscle fully and we release it, blood, oxygen, and nutrients are rushing in. Our body is a use it or lose it, but don't abuse it organism. Okay? If all we do is sit and binge watch Netflix and just let our body just flop, then our body is going to be floppy. But if we're doing this, let's take, for example, our back. So our trunk and our spine, right? We could be back this way, and then what we could do is I could press my back into the back of the lounge chair, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. While it's still in the reclined position, I can come upwards, raising my head if I wanted to work neck muscles, raising my torso, okay, kind of like a crunch. So let's try a crunch, just kind of coming up without fully coming up. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Since we came up, press back. Do the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. We could lift a leg up. We could put a hand on our thigh or near our knee for resistance as we lift up more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. If we combine motions, we could lift up and come in and then press up and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. If we do it on one side, let's do the opposite. Down and out. That way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. We can come up and in. Now we're combining muscles in the front and muscles on the inside. Up and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we went up that way, let's go down and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we can also go up and out and use our hand as resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we went up and out, press down and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Okay? Let's not neglect our toes and our feet. Okay? Or basically, from a joint perspective, our toes and our ankles. This is what I'd like you to do. With respect to the toes, while we're watching our television, I want you to curl your toes downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. And then lift your toes upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Now notice when I curled my toes down and up, I didn't point my foot down and I didn't lift my foot up. I was just trying to isolate the joints in the toes, independent of the ankle, okay? Because we want to make sure that we have that kind of movement in our toes to help us with balance and mobility, being able to move around. So basically the toes, let's try it again. They can go down, flex down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can extend up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go big toe up and 4 toes down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go big toe down, 4 toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. One might ask, when do we do this? Big toe down, 4 toes up. Big toe down, 4 toes up. We do this when we lose our balance towards the center line of our body. If we were to lose balance to the outside, that's when our baby toe, the 4 toes down, would go down and the big toe would come up. So we need this from a balance perspective. So from a range of motion perspective with the toes, we have straight down, straight up, big toe down, 4 toes up, big toe up, 4 toes down. We could spread the toes wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can squeeze them together, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much the various ranges that we make with our toes. Now when we add our ankle, so now it's the movement of the ankle. So we can come upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And notice when I pull up, the muscles on the front of the leg at the shin area are contracting in order to do that motion. Okay? Since we come up, then we can also go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we're going down, we're using the muscles behind the leg to draw our foot downward. We can also go up and in. Now we're using muscles on the front of the shin, but more on the inward side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we went up and in, we should go down and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Now, since we went down and in and up and in, we can come up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could also make big circles. Then we're touching all of the muscles in one direction and then the other direction. Okay? Okay, so let's look at what we can do with respect to our wrist or even our fingers, right? So we already know from a hand perspective that we can fully make a fist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we're closing our hand, then we know that we can open our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can just, move our fingers around. Now from a wrist perspective, we can go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we're using muscles on the back side or the outside of our forearm because our hand is going in that direction. When we go inward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're using muscles on the inside of our forearm. We can even rotate as far as we can rotate down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can rotate out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So every time, even when we're doing these small movements, that idea of making a tight fist, holding it for a few seconds, right? And looking at your hand, when you open it, it's white, and then blood rushes in. That's happening with all of our muscles in all the directions of movements that we're doing. Our wrist can also go slightly outward. Palm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are muscles on the outside here that's pulling it there, that's contracting. We can come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do that with our hand. Okay, even with our elbow bent. So we did outward on the arms of the chair, inward, or if we didn't have an arm, we could use an opposite arm to go outward to resist. We can use an arm to go inward. But we can also use an opposite arm to do something like a curl. We can come up, go upwards, using the hand as resistance at the wrist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do it, we could bend it more and press from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? We can go all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can put our hand on the opposite side. And then we can press down into the hand. So if we're going that way, in that direction, downward, we are using the muscles in the back of the arm. Here we could do it with the bent arm, with the slightly bent arm. Slightly bent. We could do it with the straight arm pressing straight down. So these are just some very basic motions that we can do while we are binge watching on Netflix. It's really not a thing of punishment or anything like that. It's a thing of using our body or losing our body, moving our joints, rotating. If you combine the breathing techniques that I used in our breathing for relaxation or meditation videos, you can kind of have a fuller effect. For example, inhaling, exhaling. Then inhaling, exhaling, and going in the opposite directions. Exercise is movement. While we are stuck in our homes, while we feel that we have limited mobility, limited opportunity to go outside, to go to the fitness center, to play golf, to do various things, we can still use our body the way that it was designed. Because remember this, if we don't use it, we lose it. Just don't abuse it. Have a good day. Thanks.